Alrighty, BRT, today's video is a hodgepodge video. I know I'm a little late with getting it up and I apologize, but there you go. So, hodgepodge. Well, I've gone through some of the older comments and questions, and I've been keeping track a little bit about what people have been asking. It seems to be a lot of the same thing over and over again for certain things, and those happen to be stuff that I have in the truck. That's one of the most common questions I'm getting is, you know, what kind of GPS you're using, what kind of dash cam you're using, what kind of camera you're using, what kind of phone are you using, what kind of internet do you have TV, do you have a computer, you know, things like that. So I thought I would just go over them here in today's video, even though today's video will be probably a fairly short one, and I apologize. It's been just busy, and even though I just did a reset in Kitchener, I wasn't thinking I should have done the video then. But anyway, I'll make up to you next week with something a little bit better. Again, okay, so for my US phone, I'm using an Asus. Now this is just a screen extender. The phone itself is, you know, not that big, and it's US plan. For those of you from Canada, I just like that whole setup a little bit better, running two phones. I know a lot of people don't. Really, it ends up being probably close to being the same amount of money that you're going to spend. Now here's the difference. If you're a Canadian and you're running a US plan on your Canadian phone, you're going to hardly get any data in any minutes. It's going to be very limited. So I know with Bell, I was paying like 180 bucks a month, I think it was, roughly 170, 180 if I remember correctly. And all I was getting was like, you know, 400 minutes, I think it was, or 500 minutes a month, and 1 gigabyte of data. With the US phone, and that was both between Canada and the US, okay? It didn't matter where I called from, that limit was the same. With the US phone, I have unlimited calling throughout the US, plus I have 1,000 minutes that I can call Canada. So right there, that's better, right? Just I can't use the phone in Canada. Otherwise, I would just stick with that, because it's only got 2 gigabyte data, but that's fine. But I haven't even tried to see if the phone works up there, but yeah, so I can call long distance from the US to Canada, 1,000 minutes, so that's good. I can call home, talk to home, whatever. And I got unlimited calling to any US number for the US. So that's where it beats the Canadian right there. And my Canadian phone, and I spend, what do I spend? I spend $60, $65 for the phone and $10 for the international plan. So that's 75 bucks, okay? For my Canadian phone, I spend 100 bucks a month. And so basically it works out to the same, but again, the difference is on my Canadian phone, I have unlimited calling across Canada, long distance, local, whatever. I have 4 gigabyte of data. But I can't call the US. I have no minutes for calling the US, but mind you, I never have to call the US from Canada. So it's just when I'm down here, I got to call home every now and then. So therefore, I'm basically paying the same kind of money, but I'm getting way better service, you know, and, you know, unlimited calling on both sides of the border, really. So that's where you gain on it, okay? So keep that in mind. There are different plans. Yes, you can get smaller plans, you can get different things, and you could end up paying, you know, less money depending on what it is you require, but that's basically what I pay. So don't anyone try to say that's me trying to tell you what to get and that, oh, there's cheaper stuff out there. Well, I already know there's cheaper stuff out there, but it's not suitable for me and what I want. So you guys have to shop around. Keep that in mind. Okay, so the next one, people keep asking me, do I still have my Rand McNally? This is the Rand McNally 730. It's the newest one from Rand McNally. I've had it for a while now. It works awesome. I mean, it has a few bugs, glitches here and there where you know, it makes a few mistakes on roads that it, you know, wants to go, but you got to remember, it's a computer. It's only going to go where you tell it to go. So, and if there's a better route that goes a little bit out of the way, well, it's not going to pick that route because it's going the most direct route. But given that, it's still awesome because, you know, it tells me the distance to customer, to my destinations. It tells me the amount of time roughly it's going to take to get there. I still do my planning when I get in town as to which route I'm going to go going in. I check directions from the customer, etc. So I don't necessarily rely on the GPS 100% for that, but it gives me all the truck stops, etc., rest areas, all the things that I need. So I do use the Rand McNally 730. I have no current plans or intentions to go to the tablet, okay? I've been asked that a few times, would I be getting the tablet? I have no intentions of it until this thing breaks down. Then I'll consider it. I'm running the Garmin one that you can buy here at the truck stops, but it's the Garmin dash cam, and you pay a little bit extra for it. As a matter of fact, you pay quite a bit extra for it over some of the cheaper ones like the Cobra and whatnot. You get what you pay for. Okay, I bought the cheaper one, the Cobra. It was absolute freaking junk. Okay, now there is a newer one out since that one, but it was junk. It was junk, and I'll never buy one like that again, you know, just to save some money. So again, you get what you pay for. If you want quality, you got to pay for it. The camera I'm talking to you on right now is a GoPro Hero 3 Plus. Okay, it's not the Hero 4. I can't show it to you obviously because I'm using it. My other camera that I use for stills is just this little Canon G12. Excellent little camera. I love it. It's a hard case, steel case, so if I drop it, I'm not gonna damage it type deal. Although I try not to drop it, but it takes excellent pictures, and it also does video if I need to as a backup video camera. So that's what I use for cameras wise. Let's see what else is in up front here that you need to see or know. We did the phone, we did the GPS, we did the dash cam, we did that. So, oh, and then the phone I use for Canada, okay, is the Samsung Note. Okay, so that's the phone I've got for Canada. Works great. Also, Bluetooth, ladies and gentlemen. We're at a day and age where there is no excuse for any truck driver not to have a Bluetooth. Again, you get what you pay for. There are cheaper Bluetooths. Some people think they work fine, but as I've always said, you've never heard yourself talk on it. And when you're asking friends and family how you sound, chances are they're just being polite in some cases. But the one I find that works the best, this is my second one. The first one I had lasted a few years. Oh, it was 2 or 3. Might have been 3 years the first one lasted, and I actually broke it. It was my fault. It didn't that it stopped working. I broke it. So then I got the Blue Parrot 250 XT. There is one model up above this right now. Actually, there's this, and then there's a different style one, that new one that's out by Blue Parrot. To me, they're the best, reliable, best quality for the money that you're going to get. Some will swear on the Cobra one, I think it is. There's also another one there that some people swear on. Again, comes down to personal preference, guys. This is just what I use and what I recommend. It works for me, okay? Coming in the back, I've got my laptop obviously with me. We're not going to go over that one. It's a laptop, okay? I've also got my Maxa that you get at the truck stops, TV with DVD player. Oh, sorry, baby, I didn't mean to sit on you. I sit on your leg? I did, didn't I? Yeah, don't try to fight the camera. They didn't do it. I did it. It was me. I swear, I promise it was me. Okay, so the other big thing, okay, internet. In Canada, I've gone this route. A lot of guys don't want to go it. It is an expensive route to go, okay? But I get good quality internet by doing it. So in Canada, even though it's falling apart here right now because my little plastic thing is coming off, there we go. I run the Rogers LTE rocket stick type deal. I get 10 gigabytes of data and I pay $50 a month for it. You will not get that plan in Canada right now. It was a special deal. Their normal plan was $50 for 5 gigs. It's different now. That was back then. There is a better plan available, but the plan I have is basically the best one that was out there. It was a special deal, $50 for 10 gig. And I know a lot of people saying, oh my gosh, 10 gigs not a lot of data. It does perfectly fine for what I need. I get, like I said, excellent internet speeds for what I need to do. And that's all there's to it. Truck stop internet, as a lot of you already know, is very unreliable as far as signal strength and whether it's going to work or not. Yes, it's a lot cheaper. You can go to Flying J Pilot and just use that chain for an example. You'll spend, I think it's $20 a month if I remember correctly, and it's unlimited internet for the $20. But again, You have to be at a Pilot or Flying J for it to work, number one. Number two, you have to have a signal to get it to work. Some of them, they're not that great, the signals. Very, very weak, and you'd be lucky to get on. You might take half a night to read your email. Other times you get in there and it'll be perfectly fine. TAs, Petros have their own internet. You can be at any of those truck stops. Wilco has theirs. And Loves has theirs. They're all basically priced around the same. Oh, thank you. You're just so nice. Thank you. Oh, yeah, thank you. I know it's dinner time. I got your dinner out. I'm not even feeding you. All right. I'm just big meanie. Okay, so for US internet, what I have is the AT&T hotspot, Wi-Fi hotspot. Okay? This one's expensive, especially compared to my Canadian one, okay? Their best plan, value plan right now is $75 a month for 8 gig. I know, it's a lot, but again, it comes down to quality of internet and what you want. I can stop anywhere, hook up, as long as your cell phone signal, I'll have internet. Some nights not as good as others, but it always is managed to be good enough to do email and Facebook. Sometimes I have to wait till I get to a better signal to upload a video or something, or if I want to play the game. I do have some other games on here that I can play that doesn't rely on internet, but in general it is really, really good. I find it better than the Verizon one from talking to other people that have had the Verizon one. The Verizon one's a lot more expensive from what I've heard. Yes, sir, guys. Okay, now here's the thing. A lot of guys saying, well, I pay $60 a month and I have unlimited phone and unlimited this. You gotta remember, you live in the US and you don't come up to Canada. It's not a big deal. It's not a worry for you. Yes, you do with some phone plans have unlimited internet or data. What a lot of people don't know and don't read the fine print is that unlimited data is up to 2 to 4 gigs in some cases. Most of the time it's 2 to 3 gigs, somewhere in between there. Once you've reached that 2 to 3 gigs, it drops from 4G or LTE network down to 2 gig, okay, or 2G network, 4 gig, whatever, you know what I mean. LTE network, 4G network is what it is for the first 2 to 3 gigs. Once you've passed that, it drops you down to the 2G network, and it limits you, and it's freaking horrible at 2G, guys. So you really don't have the unlimited that you think you do in most cases. There are a rare occasion, there is 1 or 2 plans maybe out there where you might get lucky and you're connected fine and it's fine. The most part, if you read the fine print, I know AT&T, Verizon, I don't even bother with the other ones because they're just all second rate. Most of them, T-Mobile, only work while you're in major cities. The second you get outside the city, it don't work worth a beans. You know, so you've got to be careful with them. The 2 big ones are Verizon, AT&T, and then there's Sprint. Sprint's very expensive too. Basically the same type of setup. Verizon and AT&T, I just think AT&T is probably the best value. From what I seen at the time when I got it, works for me. You pay $99 for the device, and then you go online. It's a pay-as-you-go. Yes, I could get it cheaper if I wanted a contract. I don't want a contract. Pay-as-you-go. Because you never know what's going to happen out here, and I may all of a sudden just not be coming down to the U.S. anymore for whatever reason. I don't want to be stuck paying a contract bill, you know, for the rest of my freaking life. So, anyways, that pretty much wraps it up electronic-wise. Oh, and I do have, and I can't show you, it's buried right, I gotta really clean up my corner. I do have my portable printer here, okay? It's the HP Office Jet 150 Mobile all-in-one, okay? A little bit pricey as far as printers go. I think it was regular $400. I paid $269, it was on sale. But well worth the money, okay? You guys seen me a couple of times run it. I've been running on batteries basically since I bought the thing, okay? I have not recharged the battery since. All I do is plug in the USB. It is Bluetooth capable, but I haven't bothered with that. I just, to me, that part's unreliable. So I just plug in the USB, and I print off my ACEs, my ACIs. I do photocopies if I need them, you know, whatever. And it works fantastic. To me, it was well worth the money. other people, it may not be so much well worth the money. Again, you get what you pay for, okay? And I don't have the room. It's very small and compact, and I just don't have the space for anything bigger. Yes, you can get a $50 printer, but holy crap, the thing takes up half the freaking truck. So, that's it. That's all. We've rambled on enough. This video ended up being a lot longer than what I thought it might be, because I rambled. Oh, and the other electronic item is my CB. Just nothing special and fancy about it. Just get one that works for you and that you're happy with, guys. I'm not into the CBs as far as all the extra doodads. I just got a fairly simple one, middle of the line, works fine for what I need it. That's it, right, Mal? Is it dinner time now? I think it's dinner time now, isn't it? It's dinner time. We're out of here.